Well, here, see what's happening? It's a fungus. It's a spore. It must be wind blowing or something. But there's a bunch down there. I see this one, and then when we go into the woods down there, we're still losing a lot of stuff.
Huh.
And these are Scotch pines. These reddish ones down there. And when they get to be mature that way, they're very attractive. They have that mahogany colored bark, but that thing was solid with them, and they got some kind of a thing, and the state says, well, chop them down, burn them up, and then run a bulldozer over them.
Oh, great.
And in the meantime, you get $2.98 for the whole damn tree, so it doesn't pay, but the forester says, boy, it's just like out west around here. I never was in a place where there's so much pine trees. Plantation is big. And we decided to leave this the way this, the left-hand part was just about like this.
Yeah.
But hopefully, you see there's nothing but foliage at the top of them. And they're not producing as much lumber as they should. But hopefully this thinning that we did over here will have some effect on their growth. But we try to take this out in bunches because the root ball is very small and very shallow, and they're subject to a lot of blowdowns. So what we should have done when they're 12 feet tall, we should have gone on and take a whole bunch of them out. But this is not. This is much more open, much more.
So they really can't.
Growing going on.
They can't recover and regenerate the lower branches.
No,
yeah.
No, pine tree is. Once you lose a branch, you lost it. Doesn't have the sun. That's in a hardwood tree. You'll notice when the sun gets on the bark, you'll get these suckers along the side of it.
Right.
And but pine trees don't operate that way. But for park, that's nicer than than this over here. But this theoretically is producing more fiber. So I don't know. Damn. And there's still, you see that this Scotch pine with the red bark, they got a blight too, and that whole center here was trees, and they died back. And you see there's one there still that.
Here's one of the things our forester Tim. I keep quoting Tim because he was so helpful and knowledgeable. We have little sprouts of trees. Those are both cherry. We're really looking for hardwood sprouts, and to get above where the deer can eat them. And then this is a sugar maple. But this is one of the things he's aiming for, and we're all aiming for in regenerating the forest and making it more of a versatile forest, and getting rid of the deer that like to eat everything.
Yep.
It dies off in the winter, that most everything. The black-beard is supposed to be very, very good because they grow up and they protect other stuff underneath, and so the good stuff can get a little bigger and stronger. We didn't think blackberries were good, but Tim said, oh yeah, blackberries are great.
They're pretty much gone, and they're not low value, but the problem is in the area where the beach was, it's a really rotten. It's stone.
Yeah.
And it's very, very little regeneration going on. Boy, I've been over that.
Yeah, you need to. It's
encroaching.
I've been over
that about 3 times.
Well,
and that stuff comes.
It just droops down from the sides and tries to keep it.
But it has to be done again. Right?
Yep.
pretty though. I think
It is kind of pretty.
Looks sort of like bamboo.
Is this
This guy, I think, you built it from Wales or someplace, weren't they? Or
Well, the guy's from. He's British, and has done most of his other nature stuff in the UK.
the fern invasion right there. The hay-scented fern is bad news for forest regeneration. The ferns come up earlier than the shoots, therefore the shoots don't get any sun, therefore they can't grow faster than the ferns, and it's a 10 days difference in their appearance in the springtime, make a big difference in the course of a year's growth. And, you know, down at the bottom of our hill, Ledgedale was a leather tannery down there. And in the good old days, like 1880 or something, they had tanneries all over this country up here. And Jay Gould, I don't remember if you remember him, was with Robert Barron and built the railroads, and they had a shootout when they tried to unionize them. But the reason they were here, not because there was a lot of cattle, but because there was a lot of hemlock. And the hemlock bark is what they use in the tanning of leather. It has tannin in it, I suppose. And so what they cut these humongous trees down, just leave the skeleton there and take the bark all off it. And they went through there, and this whole country up here is 4 or 5 tanneries, and the reason they were here, I suppose, was water
And that's why
availability of hemlock.
Gene commented that the Lake Wallenpaupack water was really dark, and asked if it was muddy, but it's not. It's not that. It's tannin in the water from the
Well, that's pretty common around
Yeah.
here. Down New Jersey, it's all.
I guess it's cedar water down there.
And that's cedar colored in parts of the Olympics too, and they're streams that feed out onto the beach that you can get water from are sort of iced tea color. It's really clear and crisp, but it's just, cedar
I think
flavored.
I don't know if I ever for sure, but down at Great Egg Harbor Bay off Atlantic City, the pirates used to come in there. How's that for romance? And they get this water out of the creeks there in Jersey, because it stayed fresh longer. I don't know, because of this dark, whatever chemical.
Right.
in it.
And
He asked the guy, why in the world there's so many blackberries around here? And he says, well, a blackberry seed stays viable for years and years and years and years, and when they get sunshine on it, it germinates, but the damn things can be, they're just volunteers or windblown or dragged or whatever.
And dropped by birds.
And this is the area where there was all this beach, and there's not nearly enough. Well, it's barren. It always struck me it took too many trees here.